Cognitive behavioral therapy is a system that allows an individual to improve their emotional intelligence by assessing and managing their thought, emotion, action cycle, or as I like to call it, the T cycle. The T cycle begins as a response to a situation that starts with an initial automatic thought, which determines the emotion felt, followed by the action taken as a result. Let's use an example. You started a new job and your boss points out a mistake you made. Your initial thought might be, the boss will hate me. As a result, you begin to feel sad or disappointed, and the next day you make another mistake at work. Your next thought might be, why am I so careless? Or, my colleagues think I'm useless. And you begin to feel lonely and angry as you start to isolate yourself. If the resulting action continues to lead to negative outcomes, this can become the trigger for the next T cycle and goes on to negatively affect our mental well-being. In order to break the negative cycle, it's important to question the initial automatic thought before you let it determine your emotion. Weigh out the evidence that is for and against the initial thought. If there is any evidence against the initial thought, then it is not true and you can replace it with more factual thought-based evidence. Let's go back to the example. When the boss points out your mistake, instead of thinking, the boss will hate me, shift your focus and think about, what did I do wrong? You might end up feeling curious and concerned about what the mistake was, so you ask your boss and maybe even your colleagues for advice in order not to repeat the same mistake again. Your next thought could be that advice was helpful, and you begin to feel happy and confident, which results in you getting the job done right. At House to Grow, we believe that being able to understand what makes you feel a certain way helps to make good or bad tea. Whenever you're faced with a tough situation, remember what makes you feel strong, overcome fears, and pushes you to try again when you fail. Strive to help others with their T cycle in order to improve their mental well-being and achieve a higher emotional intelligence.